Let's say you had 3 pieces of pumpkin pie at the beginning of the day, and each hour you ate 1 slice. Now, besides the fact that you just ate way too much pumpkin pie, what else can we learn from this little scenario? Well, this is an example of a pattern. A pattern is a sequence of numbers or objects that follows a specific rule. In the case of our pie, the rule was that we subtracted 1 piece of pie every hour. We can use patterns to make predictions, like after 4 hours, we'll be out of pie. Then we'll probably find ourselves with a stomachache. Let's take a look at an example of how we can use patterns to make predictions. Imagine that a farmer checks a chicken coop each day and documents how many eggs there are. On day 1, there are 2 eggs. On day 2, there are 6 eggs. The farmer forgets to check on day 3, but on day 4, there are 14 eggs. Now, anytime you're missing a term in the middle of a sequence like this, it helps to look for the difference between 2 terms that are next to each other. For example, we can see that we're increasing by 4 to get from 2 eggs to 6 eggs. Now, if we add 4 to 6, we're going to get 10 eggs, and this works with our pattern since adding 4 to 10 is 14. So we can see that adding 4 each time will produce this sequence of eggs. We can use this idea to find missing values in a given sequence. In this first example, we add 5 to get from 10 to 15, and if we add 5 to 15, we could say this first blank is 20. And sure enough, 20 plus 5 is 25. So this confirms that the pattern works so far. Adding 5 to 25 will result in 30. So you can see that the rule of adding 5 each time can be used to produce this sequence. For this pattern, we have to look a little further to find 2 numbers next to one another. To get from 71 to 62, we subtract 9, and we can subtract 9 from 89 to get 80. And sure enough, 80 minus 9 is 71. So the pattern appears to be that we subtract 9 each time. Subtracting 9 from 62 results in 53. So our pattern of subtracting 9 can be used to produce this sequence. And we can take a similar approach in this final example. Notice that we need to add 2.5 to get from 30 to 32.5. If we add 2.5 to 25, we get 27.5, and sure enough, 27.5 plus 2.5 is 30. Adding 32.5 plus 2.5 will help us find the final term of 35. And with that, we can say that this pattern of adding 2.5 each time will produce this sequence.